This is the MG Wiffle Lives podcast number 2 for 2008. With me today is Logan Walters. Hi, Logan.
Hey.
Yesterday we talked to the pitcher for John Baki's yet-to-be-named team, Dan McKernan, where Logan and his facial hair were called out by Dan, who was he comparing himself to Wade Boggs or Jim Abbott? I don't even remember.
There's a lot of smack talk for a guy whose most recent big purchase was a jukebox.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So anyway, what we're going to do is Logan's pitching for, we have a team name now, I guess. We have a team name for
Sure.
Kieran's team.
Yeah. I've actually got a press release written explaining the name in case there's any questions or concern. The name is Lemon Party Gator Style.
There's been little to no controversy about that name, but we felt like there was some reason to clarify its origin. So actually, we're gonna start off with that today, because there's nothing at all controversial about Lemon Party Gator Style. So Logan, why don't you go ahead and let us know how that name came about?
This was written by our team president and owner, Andrew Deisman III.
Ah, yes, Andrew Deisman III.
Let's see. Let's get to the top here. Many of you have expressed interest in the origins of Lemon Party Gator Style, specifically how this famed wiffle ball franchise was named. It all dates back to the 1930s and the now defunct American Wiffle Ball League. Two teams shared Deisman Park. Lemon Party SC was from the north side of town, and Gator Style United the south. After hitting hard times financially, Lemon Party incorporated Gator Style, a move that alienates Gator heads to this day. The Lemon Party board, not being especially fond of brevity and lacking the funds to create a new mascot, opted on the current name. Gator Party was discussed briefly, and Lemon Style was scrapped due to a then popular marketing campaign by Lemonheads. The team continued to play in Deisman Park until 1998, when it was replaced by the Levitra Fieldhouse. Later that year, Deisman Park was bulldozed to make way for low-cost government housing. In 2000, tragedy struck when an electrical fire burned Deisman Heights down to the ground, killing over 250 people.
That's a pretty involved history there, Logan. So that clears it up for everyone.
Yeah.
I think we also should probably add that due to something obviously that you heard in the history and pending legal action, actually eating lemon heads, carrying lemon heads of the hard candy lemon heads on June 6th will likely result in you being pegged by Logan's fastball. And I think that would be the perfect segue into us talking about maybe what your response to Dan McKernan's alleged 5-pitch rotation is going to be.
That was a good segue. You're becoming a pro at this.
I know.
Like that. As for Dan's alleged 5-pitch rotation, I went on YouTube. I looked at all the same videos he's looked at. I'm not impressed. Well, I'll believe it when I see it, but I've been working out with my catcher, and I've got a few tricks up my sleeve as well. I think one advantage we have is that I have the same catcher I had last year. Ryan Gans was my catcher for a lot of the game when I started last year. And that's the kind of history that you can't just fake. You can't buy that kind of history. We have experience going into this game. We've got a real relationship. Unlike whoever's catching for Dan, Ryan will be able to catch my knuckleball, not just knock it down and hope for the best. We've got a real Lemon Party Gator Style.
I mean, you get teamwork. You're kind of you got the Billups Hamilton combination. Maybe Montana Rice. I mean, what would you compare yourself to?
Oh, as far as sporting duos?
Oh, sure.
Well, I heard that they were going to start teaming Terrell Owens and Pac-Man Jones up together, and I think that may be the most apt pairing, considering we both have criminal records.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Think of the Trailblazer teams of the early 90s. Sheed and Damon Jones getting caught doing things. Bonzi Wells just thugging it up. I mean, that's sort of...
I mean, his name's Bonzi.
Yeah. And he played for Ball State.
The fact that he's not a male stripper alone with that name, his parents should just be thanking the Lord. I mean, he's coming off the bench for who? The Hawks? No, he's in the Western Conference now.
Yeah.
We've diverged.
Yeah.
But... Logan, you're pretty well known for mimicking the stances of major league pitchers. Would you consider that a diversionary tactic, or does it actually affect the power of the delivery of your pitch?
A little of both. I mean, I like to model my game off, some of the classics. The Randy Johnson has the combination of mustache and mullet, which I don't think there's enough time for me to pull off, but I'll try, God willing. But a lot of it is about the intimidation factor. When you step into that box, if you get one up in the grill area, you might be thinking again about crowding the plate, and I think that's what Dan and his teammates have to watch out for. Maybe I'm just hypothetically.
Hypothetically, it's a large head, an easier target than say one of his smaller counterparts.
Definitely. He's got a giant head, and it'll be hard to stay away from it. Maybe. I mean, we're still a few weeks away. I don't want to get carried away with the trash talking. But yeah, he's definitely a target out there. He's made himself a target, based on his comments on your show yesterday. So he knows. I mean, he's a professional. I know he can handle it. He knows what he's getting into. But
apparently he has been eating a diet of dehydrated potatoes, baby food, and orange tang, and some think oh wow, there's some technical difficulties in the studio. Some think that this is actually to shrink his large cranium.
I had a friend who ate baby food for months, just baby food and barbecued rice, which was as disgusting as it sounds, and it didn't help him either. He's got a head the size of a large balloon. So,
well, that sounds like homemade X-Lax to me. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, the emphasis was on the barbecue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was more like a soup.
I thought the rice was probably just for grit at that point. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I'd like to thank Logan for stopping in and putting in his few minutes of time with the for the MG podcast number 2 today. Hopefully, we're going to return on Tuesday with an interesting interview. John Bakke maybe will stop in, or Karen Jackson, talk about their lineups. I know that John was talking about maybe his team being able to win in an all-out fist fight. I'm not sure what that is trying to imply.
It's getting ugly.
It is. It's getting pretty rough. I noticed that Karen had bought herself a set of those sweet throwing knives, a la Desperado 2.
Yeah, she swears those are for cooking purposes.
Oh yeah, great movie, by the way. We know that he has nothing better to do, so there's actually a chance that we're going to bring Antonio Banderas up from the minors to join Lemon Party Gator style too. So no word yet on Melanie Griffith. So anyway, thanks again, everyone, and we'll hear from you on Tuesday. Thanks, Logan.